have the architectural file as well. Here I'm going to open a model which is already available. I'm going to show you some reinforcement details. So if you take any member, for example, I'm just taking this column, and in the properties I have the profile, different types of profiles available, ledger beams, hollow core sections, circular sections, and user-defined sections also. You come here, have here all the different user-defined sections available. And these cross sections are not limited kind, you can just bring these sections from different environment. You can sketch your own cross section, or if you have a 2D profile, I can convert it to a 3D profile and you can use it. So how easy it is to create rebar. Okay, I'll just show you with some example. Let me just take some elements here. Okay, maybe I can take a few power panels. Maybe I can take this portion also. So to apply reinforcement, like I said, we have some tools in here for slabs or wall panels. I can use this slab reinforcement tool. You can say slab bars. I can click. It creates the reinforcement for me. Okay, this is a simple example. I can go and search for column, and you will find a lot of tools for the column reinforcement. So here we have column automatic reinforcement. We have column former and continuous column plugin. There are like different options, different representatives. You can choose whichever is feasible for me or according to my requirement. I can add those reinforcement details. Just by through the window selection, I'll be able to add. Okay, when I just redraw it, you will see it has applied the reinforcement with the crank and the stirrups. Any component, if you go here, we have the interface which is much user friendly. You can go and check what is the cover value and what is the condition, how you want to crank it in the bottom or crank it in the top. And all the settings you do it here, I can save it and reuse it for my next project, or in the next location I can reuse it. Okay. And let me just show you some more example. I can just select these members. I can show this, maybe as of now just show only this. Okay. So we have applied some rebar here. I'm going to call this to the list. And I'm going to add some reinforcement, add some opening here. Suppose, let's see what happens if I add some opening. I want to add opening in the particular location. So the bar gets trimmed and you will see the additional reinforcement which comes around it. Even if you want to add some manual cut, I'm going to add some manual cut. I'm going to go with the polygon cut. I want to start from here. I want to go like 1000 in this direction. And in here, I'm going to go, you can see the perpendicular snapping. So I know it's not required for me to go to 2D view to work on it. So I'll just snap like this. I can enter the values and I can close it. I'm going to move this a little bit. I'm going to move from here to here. The reinforcement will get updated, directly. So if you want to just increase your height or increase your whatever the shape that you want to add it in this opening, I'll be able to get the reinforcement adjusted. Okay. Let me just take you to this view. I'm going to take you. Take to the side view. Okay. So here I'm going to add some additional reinforcement as well for this. For corner reinforcements I can add. And it identifies the openings and it will provide me the added bars. And from here, like I said, if I want to modify, it's going to update me with the instantly it will update according to the changes. Okay, if you want to remove this, you can remove this. So I can just move it closer and closer. What happens? This bar, earlier it was 2 U bar connecting, now it's turned into a steering. Okay. So like this, I can customize the component. We can make it more intelligent also. Let me make this as a circular opening. You can change it at size, make it as 750 or 700. So your reinforcement is going to get updated according to it. Okay. And similarly, if you want to add some manual reinforcement, like for example, we have some specific requirement where I'm going to need a manual reinforcement, I can add it like this. I'm going to create a reinforcement, and I specify the cover value for my wall panel. Suppose tomorrow when I add multiple reinforcement and when I change the cover, what happens? My reinforcement, every reinforcement I need to update. But here, when I go to the coordinate system, I'm going to make this top as 50 cover, bottom 50, and sides make it as 75. Once I modify, your reinforcement will be adjusted. No matter how many layers you have, make it as 50, modify. Even if you want to move the layer from outside to inside, I can shift it. And even if I change the diameter of this bar, make it as 25, the next layer of bar will move automatically. Okay. And also, if you want to extend or add a splicing here, I want to provide a double bar. I can just add a splice, or I can press add a in detail here. I want to make it offset of 1000. Okay. If you don't want a hook, I can make it no hook, or if you want a crank, I can go with the crank end also. For lapping with figure, I'll be able to adjust it. So we have the double bars created. Or if you want to add one more splice, I can add a splitter in this location. So this splitter, the lap length is going to be according to your rebar diameter. So when I change the rebar diameter, your lap length is going to adjust according to it. So make it as 20, and you can see the lap length getting updated. Right? Or if you want to go with staggered lapping in this location, you can go with staggered lapping of 500 mm offset. You can see the lapping is staggered. Even I can move the lap location. Tomorrow I want to have an opening, I want to move the lap location, I can just click and drag. Your lap location will, adjust. Or if you want to go with the coupler splicing, I can just make this as, instead of standard, I make it as custom. And now I'm good to go with adding couplers. Coupler properties I can go and modify. Again, these things are also like kind of a entity only. It's not like a block. I can go and add the details of my thread length, what type of coupler, male or female, or its anchor end. I can specify the product code, everything. So what happens is when I take the reinforcement bar bending schedule, this information also will be included automatically. So when I go and select this particular rebar, or you just say inquire, you will find the complete information of the coupler detail about that particular end in the bar bending schedule, along with the reinforcement dimensions. Or if you want to add, suppose you want to hear this continuous beam I need to reinforce according to IS 13920, for example. I can open this tool. I can select the supporting columns and pick this, and then I can pick the beams. Button. And now I can go and specify the cover values of the sides. Top lap I can specify. If you want crank lap, I can say yes, I want crank lap with a ratio of 6. And IS 13920, if you want to enable, I can enable it. And here we have the development length values. We have for each span what is the main top or bottom bar, I can specify, and additional bars, stirrups and spacer bar I can specify. Then create. So you will find your reinforcement created with crank lapping according to that location where you specify. Even there is a change in depth of your beam, your bar get terminated and then it could be extended. LD will be extended the next bar. So I can just show you more time. I'm just going to extend this. I'm going to make this as 1000 depth. So I'm going to run this too. Select these columns. Select the beams.
Yes.
Alright, so now I'm gonna create. Okay, so like these are some intelligent tools. Even after creation, if you want to do some modification, I want to modify the depth of it, I want to make this as 700, the reinforcement will adjust. Okay, so we have added some reinforcement to this column. Get that, and if you want to change the dimension of the column, I want to make it as 550 by 550. You can see the stirrup extends according to the reinforcement also, will stick to the cover value. The same way how the bar gets trimmed here and opening got created. So from here I'll be able to generate, maybe I can show you an example for this also.